Good day, and welcome to Hiroshima University's English Podcast.
皆さん、今月も文化警察24時にようこそお越しくださいました。I'm Kay.
And Joe here.
今回私たちはアメリカに行っていますが、特にアメリカの日本文化についてのことを話しています。
Right, sometimes Japanese who go to America kind of make a mistake in America. Let's see an example of that.
今日のテーマは麺類をすするかすすらないかについてです。日本人は皆さん、すするのが好きな方が多いですよね。アメリカではそうでもないみたいです。Sergio, do you slurp when you eat noodles?
Actually, no, Kay. Even though I've lived in Japan for a long time, when I eat noodles, I do not slurp because when I was small, I didn't learn to do that. So it seems strange to slurp.
ジョーみたいに日本に長く住んでる人でもちっちゃい時にすすらないように教わったので、なかなかそれを変えるのは難しいみたいですね。私は、麺類は好きですけど、服が汚れるのですすりません。
So you don't slurp noodles, Kay?
No, I don't slurp it.
That's right. Some people don't.
で、今回のダイアログでは初めにトレブが麺を、うっかりアメリカですすってしまった人に対して動くな、こちらに見えるように手を挙げろというふうに言っています。freeze で動くなという意味です。
Right. So if a policeman tells you freeze, you should not move. That's very important. About 10 or 20 years ago, there was one Japanese boy in America, and the police told him to freeze. He didn't freeze.
Yes.
Right. And so he was shot by somebody, some stupid person, right? He was very unlucky.To
freeze は凍るという意味もありますが、ここでは違う風に使われていますね。で、女性は私が何をしたっておっしゃるんですかという風に聞いています。で、トレブは君はアメリカ人が音を立てて麺をすすらないことを知っていますよねという風に聞いています。女性はごめんなさいという風に謝っています。トレブは謝るは済むと思ってるんですかという風に言っています。次回から外国を旅行するときにもっと社会的に許容可能なことについて調査しておくべきですよというふうに言っています。ought to で何々した方がいい、するべきという意味です。そして to do research on something で何々に対する調査を行う。そして socially acceptable で社会的に許容可能という意味です。
Right. Trev tells the woman that she ought to do a little more research on what's socially acceptable. Notice to do research on something. That's very important too. He does research on fish, for example. You ought to, of course, means you should, right? It's a very good idea. You ought to do more research on what's socially acceptable in other countries.
女の人はなぜそんなに麺をすするのが悪いんですかと聞いています。麺をすすると冷ますのにちょうどいいのにというふうに言っています。to cool down で冷ますという意味です。
Right. Japanese like to slurp noodles because they want to cool them down.
トレブはあなたはあのひどい音がアメリカ人にとってどんなに不愉快か分かってないんですかっていうふうに言っています。wretched sound でひどい音、そして annoying で不快という意味です。
Right. Sometimes Americans think slurping noodles is a wretched sound and it's annoying. A wretched sound means very bad sound.
For example?
The construction drill, the construction drill was a wretched sound. I couldn't be near it for long. It was an annoying sound. It's kind of the same, right? But a wretched sound is even stronger, I think.
Okay. この wretched という形容詞はとてもよく使える言葉ですね。他の場面ではどのように使うかちょっと聞いてみましょう。
For example, that food was wretched. It was terrible. Or that movie was wretched. A horrible movie. You can use this in a lot of situations. Or that teacher is wretched. Our students will really use that one from now on, especially when they're talking about me, right?
No.
Okay.
で、トレブが言うにはアメリカ人はこの音をちょっと聞いただけでももう鳥肌が立っちゃうらしいです。 cringe ですくむ、縮むという意味です。
In the dialogue, listening to someone slurp noodles makes other people's skin cringe. That means they get kind of annoyed, like that other people get annoyed. It makes their skin cringe. But you can use it in other situations too. For example, I didn't like what he said. What he said made me cringe. It was kind of a scary. For example, the teacher said that we have a sudden test in 5 minutes. It made my skin cringe. I was really surprised. I was shocked like that.
でも女の人は日本では麺をすすらないのはとっても奇妙なことなんですよというふうに言っています。Weird で奇妙という意味です。
Right. Kay, do you think my hair is weird?
No, I don't think your hair is weird.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much. But some people think it's weird because it is a little bit long, right?
トレブは分かりました。次からはもっとあなたの頭を使うようにしましょうねっていうふうに言っています。To use your noodle でもっと頭を使いなさいという意味です。
Right, this is a little joke at the end of the dialogue. To use your noodle means to think a little bit more. But of course, in the dialogue, we're talking about noodles, right? Kay, do you always try to use your noodle every day?
I try to use my noodle, but it's hard.
That's right.
でここで脳みそっていう意味としてヌードルが使われているのは多分脳みそがちょっとした麺みたいな形をしているからだと思われます。それではゆっくりしたスピードで聞いてシャドーイングをしてみましょう。
Freeze. Put your head and hands up where I can see them.
Okay. Did I do something wrong? Officer Trev?
Well, you sure didn't do anything right. You are aware Americans don't slurp their noodles, aren't you?
But in Japan...
This isn't Japan, ma'am. This is America. And you're breaking just about every single social rule there is.
I'm so sorry.
Saying sorry isn't good enough, ma'am. Perhaps next time you travel to another country, you ought to do a little more research on what's socially acceptable.
May I ask why it's so wrong to slurp my noodles up into my mouth? It helps me cool them down.
Clearly, you aren't aware of how annoying that wretched sound is to most Americans. Just hearing it once makes their skins cringe. To cool them down, why don't you just blow on them?
I'm so embarrassed. In Japan, you're considered quite weird if you don't slurp your noodles.
It's okay, ma'am. Next time, just use your noodle a little more. Freeze. Put your head and hands up where I can see them.
Okay. Did I do something wrong, Officer Trev?
Well, you sure didn't do anything right. You are aware Americans don't slurp their noodles, aren't you?
But in Japan...
This isn't Japan, ma'am. This is America. and you're breaking just about every single social rule there is.
I'm so sorry.
Saying sorry isn't good enough, ma'am. Perhaps next time you travel to another country, you ought to do a little more research on what's socially acceptable.
May I ask why it's so wrong to slurp my noodles up into my mouth? It helps me cool them down.
Clearly, you aren't aware of how annoying that wedge sound is to most Americans. Just hearing it once makes their skin cringe. To cool them down, why don't you just blow on them?
I'm so embarrassed. In Japan, you're considered quite weird if you don't slurp your noodles.
It's okay, ma'am. Next time, just use your noodle a little more.
皆さん、シャドーイングの調子はどうですか？きっと、これを続けたら英語能力良くなっていくはずですよ。次回からも、もっといろんな国の旅を続けます。次回はどこに行くのか、どうぞ楽しみにしていてください。
See you next time, everyone. Bye.
Bye.